So I'm just going to briefly describe the next session, which is the breakout session. And as I mentioned, for those of you who were not here at the end of the day yesterday, the purpose of the breakout session is to stimulate some thinking about what are some of the issues, some of the questions, some of the challenges that you might face as you go back to your communities and attempt to implement evidence and implement evidence-based programs and practices. And we thought that the best way to do this would be to provide a concrete example of a case setting where there are a number of social, political, and economic circumstances that are happening and different types of violence. And we've identified 4 areas for questions that we would like you to focus on in your breakout groups. The case setting example is in your packet as pages 10 through 12, I think it is. And the breakout questions are in your packet as well. Those of you who were here yesterday at the end of the day, hopefully you had a chance to take a look at the case setting example and read it. Those of you who were not, if you can just take a quick look at it during the break. Once you get into your breakout groups, there will be 2 co-facilitators. One will serve as a facilitator and one person will serve as a rapporteur. The breakout questions are, and I'll just say what the questions are now. Actually, they're in your agenda, so you can start thinking about what breakout groups you want to go to. Evidence-based decision-making based on community needs, identifying and engaging key stakeholders and people to be involved, adapting evidence-based programs to local conditions and culture, and evaluation and sustainability. So once you get into your breakout groups, we'll ask you to discuss the case setting example, discuss the questions, and then you'll be coming back in an hour. And when you come back, Evelyn Thomas-Zuski will serve as the moderator for the report out. The rapporteur for each group will have 10 minutes to report out to the rest of the group, to the rest of the groups who are not in your group. And the report out is important for a couple of reasons. One is that it's an opportunity for each of the groups to share the discussion and the strategies or the questions or the thoughts that you had from your discussion on your particular breakout topic, to share that with the rest of the participants. The other important factor for the report out is that this information will go into the workshop summary, and this will be shared with people who were not here at the workshop, or for those of you who want to go back and access the data later on. So it's important in the report out that your points be very clear for people who were not in your group, so that they will understand, what the gist of the discussion was and what the strategies that you came up with are. So I have some information on the breakout rooms. Are there any questions? Is that clear? Okay, so the breakout rooms, for those of you who are interested in the evidence-based decision-making based on community needs, you'll be going to room 205. For those of you who want to attend identifying and engaging key stakeholders and people to be involved, that will be in room 110. For the topic of adapting evidence-based programs to local conditions and culture, that will be in room 100, which is this room. And that breakout session will be recorded. And for those of you who want to attend evaluation and sustainability, that will be in room 206. So here I present myself again between you and something that's important. Yesterday it was before leaving, today's before the break. We are going to have to cut your break short and reduce it to 10 minutes. Okay, so if you can take a break for 10 minutes, and then if you can please go to your breakout rooms by 11:15. And then you'll be back here in an hour for the report out. Thank you.